What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? MonkeyFlop here, and today we're going to be talking about some good old rumor and speculation. Now keep in mind this is rumor and speculation, so take it with a grain of salt, take it as you would. Please don't get your panties in a wad. But first off, I wanted to talk about some actual facts. Now there's been a lot of speculation around the fact that PlayStation and Sony have sold over 1 million PSVR units. But in all actuality, they sold about 910,000 units, which is actually still pretty good considering they can't manufacture enough to keep on the shelves. I honestly don't know what's going on with that. Like, you know it's selling good, make sure to have extra units in the stores for people to pick up. I don't know, but with Farpoint coming out this year as well, and the confirmed date sometime in May, that's gonna pick up the PlayStation VR tremendously, because if you guys haven't played or seen any Farpoint gameplay, you're definitely missing out, because it's absolutely phenomenal, especially on the PlayStation VR. Next up, I wanted to talk about Assassin's Creed. Now, there's been a lot of rumor and speculation that there could be a new Assassin's Creed this year, but that's kind of like a no-brainer, because we always get an Assassin's Creed each and every year. This year, you know, the hype train is real, but you know, we're not for certain. Now, take this as rumor and speculation, but there was a leaked image that came out, which I'm not going to include in this video, because if it is real, I'm going to be in big trouble for showing it, but I don't believe it's real either way. So if you guys wanted to take a look at the screenshot, the link as always will be in the video description. That's where all my sources are linked, okay guys? But new Assassin's Creed could be set somewhere in Egypt. Now that could be true. Maybe a fan heard of it and, you know, created this alleged screenshot. Now the screenshot's kind of like a picture of a monitor, like kind of tilted on its side. You know, I'm not sure. Do you guys think that Assassin's Creed Egyptian or Assassin's Creed Egypt could be a thing? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll be curious as to know. I mean, I do believe that they're going to be coming out with an Assassin's Creed, and set in Egyptian time kind of makes sense because they haven't done that yet. But you know, I don't believe that the screenshot that they showed was in all real. I mean, I don't know. I'm very skeptical on that, but you guys will definitely let me know your opinions on that in the comments section below. Next up on the list, we got some rumors about Batman. A new Batman game coming out, and there's been a lot of rumor and speculation, but you know, it's getting close to E3 time, so there's gonna be a lot of that. And actually, both of these news stories dropped today, which is like perfect rumor and speculation day. But today we're talking about it because there is a leak that there's been several hints of a new Batman Arkham game under development and will release sooner than expected. Furthermore, the leaks reveal that the game will be taking place 3 years after Arkham Origins. Alleged employee leaks new Batman game. Many fans believe the Arkham Knight game in 2005 was the ending of the Batman trilogy. You guys know that's not the case. You know they're gonna keep the there's a spin to it, and they're gonna keep it going. Even if they kind of don't leave too much of a cliffhanger, there's always a hint of a sequel in each and every video game, because the fact of the matter is, if a video game does well, it's gonna have a sequel. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And then if the sequel does well, it's gonna have another sequel until, you know, it kind of falls off. And Batman's still doing fantastic, so I don't think they wouldn't stop production on it. Now, let's continue on. The employee claimed to be leaving the workforce and decided to leak the information of the new game. I'll leave a link to this article in the video description in case you guys wanted to check it out. The fourth installment to include new features and villains. The next Batman and Robin will be playable with Dick Grayson taking the role of the Dark Knight sidekick. The game will also feature new locations in Gotham, which will include a coastal area that will be the same size as the 3 islands from Arkham Knight. On the other hand, the game will allow players to fast travel to the Batcave, to and from the Batcave and Wayne Manor. It is worth noting that the Batmobile will be returning, but with improved mechanics. This time, the studio has supposedly abandoned the vehicle battle mode and will instead focus on weaponry and case sequences. Similar to combat, has also been enhanced to be more complicated than the basic formula. Now, I'll be curious to know what your guys' opinions are on this in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this new supposed leak for Batman, the new game, whatever they're gonna call it? I'll be curious to know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this WB worker leaking this information, and what do you guys think about the Batmobile? Because I've actually been playing the newest installment of Batman, well, the latest one that just got released, and I've been going through the Batmobile battle modes and everything, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool, but what do you guys think about them like scrapping that all together, still having the Batmobile, but not having those modes to where you actually have to fight with the Batmobile? I'm curious, because I'm kind of like, oh, that's actually pretty cool, but I heard it gets redundant as you play the game. So I'd love to see their new take on the combat features as well. It's gonna be interesting. All right, guys, so for our final story, I wanted to talk about Sony's big presence at E3 this year. Now, there's been a lot of rumor and speculation that Sony and PlayStation is planning on having a big space in E3. Now it's finally confirmed that they are indeed going to have a big space, and they're actually going to have 37.5 square feet, which is about 3 blocks of booths, which is pretty ridiculous. Now last year it was kind of about the same as Microsoft. When I went and did my walk around through E3 and I filmed some of it for you guys, which you guys are seeing on the screen right now. Microsoft had a pretty big presence, so did Sony. Now this year it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, because Sony has squared away 37.5 square feet compared to Nintendo's, who has 32k square feet, and then we have Microsoft falling short with 15k square feet. It looks like Sony's going to be making or breaking the bank this year during E3 and PlayStation's big announcements. Now, there's no confirmed information as to what Sony and PlayStation is planning on doing. I do believe, though, that there's going to be a big presence of VR. Now, we started off talking about VR. We're going to end up talking about VR because Sony is going to be putting a lot more attention into the PSVR within the next couple of months, especially at E3. I anticipate booths upon booths stacked with, literally stacked, because at E3 last year they had PSVRs on the first floor. Like they made their own little second story booth. Okay, PlayStation VRs on the first booth, and then PlayStation VRs on the second floor as well. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be stacked with PlayStation VRs playable, especially with the fact that it's going to be open to the public and it's going to give more exposure to their new device, their new unit. I'll be curious to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about everything in the comment section below. What do you guys think about a possible Assassin's Creed leak? What do you guys think about a possible Batman game coming this year? Sooner than anticipated. I would anticipate it getting released this year, and I anticipate it getting actually announced during the E3 conference. I'll keep you guys up to date. Make sure you guys are subscribed. That way you guys don't miss out on anything, because I'm sure with this new E3 2017 coming just right around the corner, we're going to hear a lot more news about leaked games. Now, when I tell you guys leaked games, one, it's either I don't believe it, or two, I don't believe that it's actually leaked coming from like a random person. I believe that the company is strategically leaking some of this information, like the Batman game. That is totally their just to hype players up, just to hype people up. Now the Assassin's Creed, you know, I do believe that it will be set in Egypt, but you know, I don't know if that screenshot was real. I think that was just like somebody heard the news and like, quick, let me just create a Photoshop of a screenshot and take a picture of it and upload it to the internet. But hey, who knows? I might be wrong on that. Let me know in the comment section below. If you would take 2 seconds out of your day, hit a like. That really helps me out. If you guys haven't already subscribed, that would be awesome as well. And I will see you guys in the next news update.